Day 7, social distancing. We're just sitting here making the best of a bad situation. I mean, hygiene's pretty much gone out the window at this point.
Masks and gowns. Those are high priority for the healthcare workers who are taking care of people.
I really don't know what else to do at this point. I mean, I'm so bored. I guess maybe I'll go and interview the president and his team to kind of see what's going on with this coronavirus thing. Give that a try. There's nothing left to do but just to sit here and get fat on junk food.
The great news is, as the president said, the American people are all doing this now.
But what should I do if my kids are just eating me out of house and home?
Drop them off at your local hospital would be a great service to the country.
I mean, have you ever seen the American people get so fat so quick?
Unprecedented. You could speak to Tony, you could speak to anybody. This is unprecedented or just about unprecedented.
What about all the food from Grubhub and Postmates? You know, what can we expect as far as all that goes?
Much of it's being delivered now. We've also gotten tremendous reviews from a lot of people that can't believe how fast it's coming.
One problem we're having in our neighborhood is they're just masks laying everywhere. I mean, they're just all over the streets. I mean, they're just masks everywhere.
But that's the way it is. And part of that is because they'll use a mask for a short period of time and they throw it.
Well, all I can say is, at least I had the good idea to, hurry up and get the country shut down, That was my idea right there.
Down. I was the one that closed the, you don't write that or you don't say it too much, certainly on CNN. But I just read an article yesterday. That by closing the country down so early, very early, we saved tens of thousands and much more than that lives.
Well, fine, take credit if you want, but I can tell you this, this is just something I just never would have thought would have ever happened.
Where you come from, nobody ever thought a thing like this could happen. You read about 1917 and you read about certain things, but you think in a modern age a thing like that could never happen. Well, it comes back.
Is it true that they're manufacturing a whole bunch of masks right now, and that's going to be the currency that we use to trade for tater chips?
Not only masks, of ventilators and respirators and everything you can think of. It's all being, much of it and almost, I could say all of it is being manufactured right now. Steve?
And speaking of tater chips, we're going to get samples of these tater chips? I mean, are we?
Tony would feel, like he'd like samples done in a certain way, and I understand that too. Many doctors agree with that. We don't have much time. We have a lot of very sick people right now.
I heard there's government assistance for everybody, and I got Mexican fighting chickens, and I'm hoping to get some assistance for them. What about you? Are you going to get any assistance, even though you're the president?
I don't know. I just don't know what the government assistance would be for what I have. I have hotels.
If I get assistance for my Mexican fighting chickens, will that money go straight to me, or will it be designated straight to the chickens?
You have to designate where you want it, so I oftentimes give it to opioid, research and things.
What do you have to say about all these closures everywhere?
We decide to close things up. I think it's a good thing. You don't want people getting together. And hotels and clubs and everything, you get together. We want to beat this deal. So I have many of them, hotels, clubs, things like that, where people get together. I would think it would be a good practice to close them up.
And do you project the National Guard to be spying on us to get our private medical information? Is that something you see happening?
Oh, I think they are pretty much. The easiest thing is the temperature. I think they are. I don't know. Are you learning a lot from the temperature test, Tony? Could you maybe discuss that for a second?
Yeah, they have a place. They're not infallible. There's so many ways to get around that. Right now, every time, certainly here, every time I go into a different room, I get my temperature taken.
Rumor has it they're also going to be checking to see if you're a loser or not. How do they do that?
They aim something at your forehead. They stay this far away, boom, and they tell you.
Well, I just want you to know my wife over here, she's got nothing but great things to say about you, Mr. President. She's a real big fan.
Well, I love whoever you're with. That's because I think that's such a nice question. No, I think the Washington Post covers us very inaccurately, covers me very inaccurately. I saw this story.
Well, again, don't forget where that idea to close the country down so early came from, okay? All right?
A lot of credit for having closed our country very early to a very heavily infected country.
I'll be sure and write about the great job you're doing.
I think you write very fairly and do very fair reports about the great job that all of us are doing.
I heard there was a whole bunch of people that disagreed with how you felt about quarantining people and making everybody fat.
It was pretty much in a very small group of people, I will tell you. It was a tiny little group. Most people, even that worked in the White House, disagreed with me very strongly.
What do you say about all the other countries that are quarantining their people and making them get fatter and saying that you acted too late?
They're doing similar things that we're doing. So I didn't act late. I acted early. I acted far before anybody thought I should be.
Well, that's all I was able to get with the president. He suddenly got rushed away, without warning, and so that's all we got. So I guess we're going to go learn how to bake bread or something. Y'all be good. Don't let your personal hygiene get neglected like I have.